Good afternoon, everybody. Today I spent some time scrolling through the x.com or Twitter general feed, and the stuff that you see there is really heavy. And obviously, if you look at those things of people fighting the police or storming governments or bombs hailing down on civilians, you start becoming a bit paranoid, or you start questioning the systems of society. So I came up with a daily meditative question that I will keep asking myself, which is, what would a paranoid person do? Because I think it's quite interesting for most people that start making money or that don't come from extremely wealthy families to understand that rich people are extremely paranoid. They're the most paranoid people on earth. So the moment that you start making some real money, the first question you're gonna have, what do I do with this money? Or how do I make sure that nobody takes it away from me? Which is about ownership. That's why Russian people put their money in crypto and buy real estate in Dubai. Right? Nobody can take it away from them, or no KGB government. So if you look at what is happening right now in the West, what is happening is that there's quite some internal disorder. There's a lot of debt. There's a lot of money printing going on, and people are pretty unhappy because, like, the middle class dream that they were promised by is no longer happening, and everybody's kind of just lower class. And there's like this top 1 or 5% that are really rich, and the bottom is just really struggling right now with all the inflation that is happening, and consumer goods are getting really expensive. So it's just really not nice. There's another thing that's on the horizon, which is AI is going to replace, let's say, 80% of productive workforce, especially the top 20% that are engineers or software developers that have been studying for the last 5 years to have like a cool job. Like, AI is gonna hit them a bit. So what's gonna happen then is the top 1% will keep printing money, but the bottom 90% will have less and less money. So they're gonna get even more angry. So what is the solution for a state then? Okay, you gotta tax the rich more so you can funnel all the money back to the lower classes. But probably the rich people are gonna be like, I'm already paranoid. You guys are not gonna put 70% tax on me. See you later. I'm gonna bounce. I'm gonna move to Qatar. And if that's gonna happen, the whole country is gonna get holed out. And what do you got? A broke, mad, lower class, which is now 90%, which is gonna start revolting. And then either you have a military coup or you have a revolution. Cool. What usually happens in these situations, okay, all the money that gets deflated and there's no ownership. So if you talk to really rich people right now, what do? They buy property, or they place assets into stuff that they really own. Or, for example, they buy real estate in places with extremely strong property rights. And you might ask yourself, okay, I'm probably just starting out and making money, but why would I care about this? Because once you start making some real money, the first question again you're gonna ask yourself is what the fuck do I do with all of this? And the beautiful answer to what are the things that nobody can take away from me, what is something that I truly own, is Web3. It's crypto. And that's the hypothesis that that me and Tugan and all the people that we're working on, for example, on site, are betting on, is that sooner or later, people are gonna wake up, and trust me, the really rich people, they already realized this 10 years ago, are gonna be like, shit. If shit hits the fan, people can take everything away from me? Holy moly. And I believe the reason that people are not stressing that much yet is that it's pretty hard to really feel inflation or to really feel prices. Living is getting more and more expensive. Or, for example, I have some friends that went to the same business schools that I did, and then they did some really nice master in some really nice university, and now they're becoming a banker, and they're making 3K a month, and they're living in Frankfurt, but they're actually spending 4K, so their parents still have to support them. But it's fine, you're young, right? And supposedly the stream that you're being sold on still works. So people are not that stressed yet. But however, it's a really good time to ask yourself every day, what would a paranoid person do? How would they make financial decisions? Where would they put their money? What kind of activities would they pursue every day? I would say right now, a paranoid person would work really freaking hard, because there's a lot of opportunity out there and times are not getting better. Then a paranoid person would make sure to get some residence cards in countries with extremely good property rights and very low internal disorder, like the Emirates, even though I'm not a huge Dubai fan. Then you would be in industries that are booming and not shrinking, like Web3. And then I would surround myself with people that are very high energy, very high IQ, and that understand this equation or things that are happening, like deciders. But I don't want to make like a big CTA or a big shit here. However, I think paranoid person would also really sit down, think clear, and study some history. Because what is happening right now in Europe or the West has happened many times before. And I'm not saying that, like Europe is really going down the drain or US is going down the drain, because it's a very popular thing to say. And I refuse to repeat things that are popular. But if you look around, there are some clear signs of internal disorder and people getting angry and people being really quite broke. So protect yourself, own your stuff, make good bets, surround yourself with the right people, and go build something, motherfucker.